and they sympathize with the plight the Muslims have today due to, as Imam mentioned, a lot of misinformation. This particular problem in New York went through for 5 months and no one really cared. It started off by the Imam and his wife speaking to the JCC, the Jewish Community Council. They have been in that mosque for many years, and they found this property, and they thought it would be a good idea to duplicate what JCC does. It's like YMCA, and they started to talk and exchange information. But then, as our Imam said, as Mr. Walid said, that there were certain people who exploited this situation and went out on misinformation rampage. But I'm happy that we're not really influenced to that extent here in Michigan. I really want to thank the people of Michigan and our community leaders, civic as well as political leaders, and our media for helping maintain sanity. Thank you.
So, do you think that the PSA can save lives? Can it prevent hate crimes or acts of intolerance?
Well, we're hoping that with the national release of the PSAs that it will calm down some of the tension in the broader American public. As has been reported in the media, within the past 3 weeks there have been several desecrations of mosques, including one arson attack. There has been physical violence ranging from a physical assault just yesterday to stabbing recently to a man going into a mosque last week in Queens during prayer time and called the worshipers terrorists and urinated on the sanctuary floor. So we're hoping that some of the hysteria that has been ginned up can be quieted down when they say, yes, there were Muslims who died during 9/11. Yes, there were Muslims who were first responders. That yes, Islam is a religion that loves for the fellow human being what we love for ourselves, just like in Judaism and Christianity. And we hope that when the American public sees our imam standing side by side with a Christian pastor and with a very respected rabbi, that this will show the American public the commonalities between people of other faiths with people of Islam.
Why do you think we've been spared the problems that they've seen nationwide? Do you think we're further along because we've been pretty active in this area, or what?
That's what I believe.
Well, Mary, you're right. I think our community has been very proactive, like as we had this morning. We have developed interfaith relations very, very well. And we have been part of the dialogue with the media. And really, our community has taken the steps, and I believe it's part of our responsibility to help communicate who we are as Muslims. We're not those few foreign terrorists that attack our country. That's one of the reasons we're doing this community service projects, and we're doing with other groups, interfaith groups, the other civic groups, sacrificing the day of our festival. When we had that particular attack, or God forbid, the attack that could have happened on Christmas Day, our community went out and demonstrated against the terrorism. So I think we have developed enough relationship, and we have done our job in public relations, and our Council of American Islamic Relations does a fantastic job working on our civil rights. And as the Imam said, we have soup kitchens in Detroit. So we're part and parcel of the fabric of Southeast Michigan. You know, I personally served on Community Service Commission for 8 years, and I know how much our community is involved. And to answer your question, those are the things that really help to, with less Islamophobia. That doesn't mean that there isn't. I mean, there is an underlying current, but we'll keep working at it and as we say, inshallah, God willing, and then we believe in the goodness of the American people, things will get better.
I have to make an additional comment. People in Metro Detroit, and I think this is very well known, that the Muslim community in Metro Detroit is the oldest Muslim community in the United States of America. There have been Muslims here in Metro Detroit going back for a century. In the African American community, you can hardly find one African American who lives in the city of Detroit proper. If they don't have a Muslim family member, they have a Muslim friend or co-worker. So Islam isn't as strange here in Detroit as perhaps in Wisconsin or Tennessee or in Kentucky. Now that's not to say, as Mr. Begg said, that we don't have concerns. Since 9/11, there have been mosques that have been vandalized here, and there have been hate crimes against Muslims here, but it's not to the extent that it's been in other places in the country. And we attribute that to the bridge building of organizations such as CIOM and the interfaith work that Imam El-Amin's been a part of, and Brother Khalid Beg and other community leaders, myself to a much lesser degree, but we've been involved in for a number of years.
When 9/11 happened, we had such a groundswell of support from the interfaith community. We got calls from Christians, from Jews, from all the denominations of Christianity, from Methodists, Episcopalians, Baptists, calling and supporting us, because they know that we're not that type of person. They know Abdullah El-Amin, they know Khalid Beg, they know Dawud Wali, they know that this religion is not a part of that, as well as it's not a part of anything that these people that do these illegal acts commit. So and that we attribute to the work that we did. Our mosque was founded over 30 years ago, and it was founded on the principle of more of an outreach ministry to interact with Christians, Jews, Buddhists, and anybody of good faith that wants to do the right thing in the society. And that's how our mosque got started. And from there, we hit the ground running and haven't stopped since. And that's why we haven't had a lot of big problems here in this area.
I just want to quickly, you reminded me, I have an online commentary on Detroit Free Press that was published yesterday, and it talks about the story of our mosque. And then I compared what's happening in New York. It's not like that we didn't have opposition to our mosque. However, the way we went around, we worked with everyone. The township supported us, and we didn't have this outside influence, which is what is causing this problem. And we've had situations in Hamtramck. I think our interfaith work, media work, overcame that as well. So we have a long history of dealing with. We had a mosque in Warren. I don't know, we went through the same process. And in the end, we came out as neighborhood custom fitted those places of worship. And we went past those hurdles very effectively.
May we see the...
Yeah, I'm going to turn it around right now, and we can put the microphone up to the...
So is that something that you have a file of that you can email us?
Yes, I can. And it's